can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attack like damager. They react and play it back on the camera.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
Let's go now. 60 or. Greystone, travel.
Let's get out the field.
What?
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Mosley. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Let's make these babies cry. Now! Get it!
From the gun, Fitzgerald. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down. 8, read.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Switch it, come here, switch it. Tighten up. Quick dash.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll try the left side. Mosley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
80 weapon.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
On second down, Mosley. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on third down, Fitzgerald. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Whip. Red 80. Check. Red 80. Check hot. Sponge.
They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there, as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Switch. Wide. Get wide. Hey, alert 3.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. And he cuts it all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. What's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
and when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Check 52, come on. So don't say nothing.
Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready up.
57's right. Exit.
Look at me. Zipper.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fitzgerald got an open man. It's Harmon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Check, roll, out. Hey, box drop. And
7-7, our score after 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, exit. Ready?
From the gun, Fitzgerald. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He'll return it from the 6. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And shutting him off, now open field. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
You draw perfect.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. An 80-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On first down, Fitzgerald. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Darius Slayton, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Go, lady.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Darnold now to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Red 80. 49. Red 80. 49. Watch the run. Watch the run. Lady. Shit. Under 10. Under 10.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So they looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Bravo.
On 1st down, Mosley. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Fitzgerald. He's got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
At the 6-yard line.
You ready?
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Down.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Check the hot read.
Check 26. Check 26. Look. Squeeze.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 31 yards there and a 1st down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. The 20. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I got
Hey, Zoo.
57's the mic. 57.
Yo.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Fitzgerald, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're saying. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald forced out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Clear. Get it.
Throwing again. Fitzgerald. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 3rd down, Mosley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And I think the ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Push him back, lady. Push him back.
They're going to run again with Snell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Strip that ball. Check, go get him, go get him, go get him. Red 80. Smooth. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
The shotgun snap for Donald. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
First down, Buffalo.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Hey, Haywood!
Ready? On 2nd and 9, Fitzgerald steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On the set.
50 seconds, come on. Down to lose one. Check it backer, check it backer.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzgerald dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs.
That is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
You ready? You ready?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Come on.
Hey, Alpha.
57's the mic.
So the false start will back them up 5. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
He's crashing.
Hey, lock it.
Kill.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's Snell yet again. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Protein spill. Red 80. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Red 80.
Watch the eye. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Got an open man, he completes it to Callaway. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Give me that ball. Let me go. Give me that ball. Give me that. Hey! Fight!
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Now.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Man left, man left.
They'll keep it on the ground. Snell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Go. Stay grip.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down, Bills.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Jim,
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Fitzgerald. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down. Fitzgerald. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, Delta, hustle. Now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzgerald. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald, he's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Undercrunch.
25. Check 25.
Switch it.
Hard.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
50's to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Mike's 50.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Break. Mike 57. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Whip. Watch the whip.
On third down, Mosley. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again.
General West.
Check out route.
There.
Slow. No.
I'll go. Get it.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis,